A0 is an actual threat to Solana. The giant, the mammoth Solana, could be taken down by this blockchain. I want to get into all of that in this video. Let's get into it. Now, this is going to be a beginner's breakdown of A0, and we're going to be comparing it to Solana. So if you're an expert, please add to the community and add your information below and your understanding below in the comments. But if you're a beginner, I'm going to explain this nice and simple. Now, A0 is just like Solana. There are just a few key differences that actually could be more than key, quite influential in the dethroning of Solana itself. So there are 4 key features of A0 that make it stand out. The first one is its speed. It can do these transactions extremely fast. And when it comes to people using A0 or developers using A0, speed is really, really quite important. When you compare A0 to the likes of Bitcoin, A0 is way, way, way faster. Comparing it to Solana, I'll tell you about that in a second. The next big thing about A0 is that it has really, really optimal security. They have this advanced security system in place on the blockchain to make things way more secure against fraud and attacks. Now, the next big thing is scalability. This is going to make all the sense in the world when we get into the next section. A0 has the ability to scale extremely fast. Because on A0, just like on Solana, you can build platforms and applications on that blockchain. The problem we find with blockchains that cannot scale very well is that the applications built on slow blockchains can be done, but it's slow, it's laborious. You can't really add on to the blockchain because there's not enough space. All of these things are hindrances to the idea that a blockchain needs to grow really fast as the adoption curve continues up. Of course, you're going to get some blockchains that are more scalable and some that aren't. I believe the ones that aren't as scalable will crash, burn, and die, while the ones that are scalable will obviously then continue to thrive. The next one, which isn't really that important to me, I don't really care about it, but big companies do, and the adoption curve is really affected by this, especially from the institutional side, but that is its energy efficiency. A0 is very energy efficient. And now we're going to compare these things to Solana, because this is the real important part. This is the part you came for, right? If you want to see more videos like this, of course, hit like and hit subscribe. Let's get into it. So we're going to go back through that list. Speed of transactions on A0 are faster than Solana. Solana is already quite quick, but A0 is even faster. So if you have clients or entities looking for faster transaction speeds, they're going to choose the one that is faster. A0 is faster than Solana. On to scalability, the big important one. A0 is considerably more scalable than Solana. It's able to support more transactions at once and has a lower congestion rate. That means it can support more users, more apps, and for these reasons, it really could outpace the growth of Solana. And we already know Solana has grown a lot. Then also you get onto security, and if you've got developers that are really security conscious, especially after this whole Chris Larsen thing in the XRP world, getting $112 million worth of crypto stolen from what we thought was a secure wallet. If you've got developers and people who are really mostly interested in security, A0 even beats Solana on that. And then to top things off, you've got that environmental aspect, where A0 is even more environmentally friendly and sustainable than Solana. Ultimately, when you get into things, blockchains will be chosen based on how they perform on certain levels. It's just like the banking system. If there is a faster, cheaper, more secure way of sending money or value, ultimately, in the end, that technology is going to win. Now, I'm not saying that A0 is going to win against Solana, but it is Solana, but better. The only thing that A0 doesn't have right now, that Solana does have, is awareness. People know about Solana. People have bought Solana. Solana has gone up in price. People use Solana. But A0 is better on all counts. Does that mean over time A0 wins out because it's ultimately the best choice? We'll have to wait and find out. Right now, as it stands, A0 is $1. That's how much it costs. Solana right now is $100. So if this is a killer of Solana, that's 100x. I don't know what else to tell you. It's worth a stab. It's worth a stab in the dark. If that eventuality does play out and A0 goes up to Solana levels, even pre-bull run Solana levels, like right now, $100, man, that's some really good upside. And if you do want to know where to buy A0, I buy it on BitGet. I do in fact hold some myself. The link for that, if you want to register, is down in the description. It's certainly one to keep a lookout for. A0, potentially a Solana killer. Thank you for watching this video. This has been the Altcoin Advantage by Lewis Jackson. That's me. Stay emotionless. I'll see you in the next one.